How's it going, everyone? We've got quite a lot to talk about in this video. Pretty notable PlayStation game leak just happened today. Bandai Namco, you guys misfired a little bit, but I think it was an announcement a lot of us were expecting of a storied franchise, so we'll talk about that. A game that was scheduled to release in 2025 honestly looked to be one of the most ambitious games of this generation has been delayed until early 2026, and one of the more notable early access games that has dropped on PC this year will be coming to PlayStation 5 in early 2026. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But right off the bat, Bandai Namco put up a video premiere titled Tales of Series News. That video was set to debut on August the 18th, and it looks like somebody at Bandai Namco made an oopsie where the thumbnail clearly had an image from Tales of Xillia, a skit from Tales of Xillia, suggesting that Tales of Xillia will in fact be the next Tales of Remaster that Bandai Namco will be putting out in their Tales of Remaster project. I do think it is kind of ridiculous that we are getting 3 Tales of Remasters before we get a new mainline Tales of game. Tales of Arise came out in 2021. We got Tales of Symphonia Remastered, we got Tales of Graces F Remastered, and now we're gonna get Tales of Xillia Remastered as well, all before we get the next mainline Tales of game. I get it, these game development cycles have gotten longer and longer, but I do think that's a little insane. Now, what I am curious about, is this just Tales of Xillia 1? Are they gonna try to get another release out of it with Tales of Xillia 2? I do think they are. Either that or they bundle in Xillia 1 and 2 and it'll be at a more premium price point, you know, 50, 60 bucks. Because, you know, that's 2 JRPGs, 2 lengthy JRPGs. I could see people finding value out of that for $50, $60. I could also see the vantage point from Bandai Namco being like, hey, we need to get mileage out of the Tales of IP because the window between the mainline games has gotten longer and longer. We need more games that we can continually remaster and put out there and generate revenue off of the IP. The holy grail to me is still Tales of Abyss. I think Tales of Abyss is the best Tales of game of all time, and unfortunately, that is still stuck on the PS2, and there is a 3DS version as well, but Tales of Abyss is incredible. I personally would just like a ground-up remake of that game, but it seems like Bandai Namco isn't in the business of doing that in the sense of ground-up remakes for the Tales of games. They just do these remasters, which, you know, they're fine, but Abyss is one of those games, man, I would love a remake on that, but who knows if that'll ever happen. Outside of that, there aren't a lot more games. Like, there is Symphonia Dawn of the New World, but that game isn't, like, that beloved. There's older titles like Tales of Destiny, and then there's also Tales of Graces F, but they are eventually gonna run into the problem of, alright, we've remastered everything. What are you gonna do? You're gonna remaster Berseria or Zestria? Like, it's not like people are dying to get those, and those games are playable on modern platforms today. But I will say, Berseria, Zestria, a lot of those games, Arise even, those aren't available on Nintendo platforms, so they could easily port those games on Nintendo platforms, do like, you know, a frame rate boost and things of that. They could shoehorn out more releases if they really wanted to with some of the newer games as well. So there is that angle you could look at it from. Xillia, as far as the game itself is concerned, I really did enjoy it. I know some people are going to be upset it's not Abyss. Tales of is one of those franchises, like, everybody has the game that they really like. Some people are like me, where Abyss was it, and other people, you know, Xillia is a great title. Like, I really liked Judith as a main character. And I like the overall cast of the game, and I remember the soundtrack being good, great opening as well. The Tales of games in general just have great openings across the board, but I'm excited for this one. I don't know if it'll be out by the end of this year. More likely than not, I would say early next year, like January, February, given that Graces F came out in January of this year. Xillia, the remaster, coming out January, February of next year. Seems to make a lot of sense. I believe Symphonia was a February 2024 release. Graces F, January 25, Xillia, January 26th. I think that makes all the sense in the world. All right, moving on from that. Speaking of January, February 2026, a game that might be hitting in that window is Crimson Desert, which has been delayed from 2025 into Q1 of 2026. This is always one that I was skeptical it was ever going to come out in 2025. Honestly, when this game initially got revealed, I had the type of premonition, I don't even know if this game is real, given how impressive that it looked from a spectacle standpoint. This is one of the most technically impressive games that you're going to come across. They noted before the QA session, I would like to first share an update on the development status and release schedule of Crimson Desert, which many of you have been curious about. Currently, Crimson Desert has been in the process of voiceovers, which also carrying out tasks such as console certification and preparation for its release. In the case of marketing, we plan to participate in Gamescom and PAX West this August to showcase our open world build, and in September we will join the Tokyo Game Show to strengthen our marketing efforts in the Japanese market. The launch of Crimson Desert, our first large-scale AAA console game, has been unavoidably delayed by 1 quarter from the previously announced schedule. This is due to longer than expected timelines arising from schedule coordination and collaborations with multiple partners for offline distribution, voiceovers, console certification, and other launch preparations. We sincerely apologize for not being able to meet the originally promised 4th quarter launch schedule. Please kindly understand that this is a strategic decision aimed at ensuring the success on a meaningful scale. The release date has been internally confirmed for Q1 2026. However, given the change in launch timing, we will announce the date at a more appropriate time based on business considerations, rather than making an announcement at Gamescom next week. We are grateful for your continued interest in our company. We'll see when it ultimately does officially come out. I could easily see this get pushed beyond quarter one. Quarter one ends on March 31st, so I could easily see this April, May, around that time. GTA 6 is coming out in May, by the looks of it, in 2026. We'll see. We'll have to batten down the hatches a little bit. I think people should be a little bit, like, less crazy about, oh, we can't release it around the... Like, it's not like GTA 6 is going to take up the media cycle for the entirety of the year or even the entirety of the month. Even though GTA 6 is going to be a megaton of a game release, guys, people move on. Like, after the initial, oh, wow, it's GTA 6, after that wears off, people will be ready to play other games, I literally believe, in 2 weeks. Like, it's not gonna be, you know, people will still be playing it 2 weeks after, but it's not gonna be like everybody's playing GTA 6. People are gonna put 3 billion hours into the game, and every other game is screwed. I really don't believe that, and I think, I believe it's Devolver Digital. They are actually dropping a game on the same day as GTA 6. Don't quote me on Devolver, but there is a studio or a publisher that's doing that, and I think that's genius. I'm not saying drop a big game of an IP you're really trying to pop off with, but I think being an alternative to GTA 6 makes a lot of sense, given that you'll just get interest on being like, whoa, the balls on this guy going up against GTA 6, but I don't think Crimson Desert will be that, but I just want to point that out as well. Quarter 1 26 for Crimson Desert. Hopefully that turns out well. Also coming out in early 2026, Enzo, the early access game that has gained quite a lot of traction, the Sims competitor on PC. Now, right now, Enzo is very rough around the edges. It doesn't have a lot of content. It's an early access title. It still needs a ton of feature updates. There's some performance issues and things of that nature, but that's why the game's in early access. These things happen in early access, and now will be coming to PlayStation 5 in early 26, and they are considering an Xbox launch as well. Very much of that Sims life simulation style of game, so if you're into that, that'll be available on PS5 in early 26. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, I'm excited. I'm a big Tales of guy, as you guys might know. Xillia, I did really enjoy. Not as much as Abyss, but still thought it was a great game, and cool to see that getting a remaster, or, you know, leaked of a remaster, but I think that'll be coming. We also had the leak of that game having like a listing for pre-orders on a website, and it just makes all the sense in the world for Xillia to be getting a remaster. Crimson Desert quarter 1 26, and Enzo will be coming early 26 on PlayStation 5 as well. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.